Okay, so today you're going to be learning about measures of variability. So a measure of variability is a way to describe on how something is spread out the data is, or it can also be described on how much the data deviates from the center. So the range is a measure of variability that measures the spread in data. So if it either asks for spread, it could be talking about range. So the range can be found by determining the least and greatest value of the data set and then subtracting those numbers. So that's what we're going to practice right now. So let's shows the number of pages in a various novels. And we're going to find the range. So we're going to find the smallest and the largest number. So 241 is the smallest number. And then I need to find the largest, which will be 396. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract those. So I'm going to do 396 minus 241. And you get 155 as your range. Meaning, between the largest and the smallest number is 155 difference. All right, the Michaels family record their grocery bill each week. What's the range of the cost of their bill? So again, we're going to find the smallest, which is 57.06, and then we're going to find the largest, which is 176.97. So we're going to find the difference by subtracting these. And there's a $19 and, excuse me, that's not right. There's $119.91. I forgot to carry the one down. I apologize. So, number 3, the Jonas family members read each evening and record their time. What is the range of the numbers of minutes read by the family? So again, we're going to find the smallest, which is 62, and the largest, which is 246. So we're going to do 246 minus 62. And you get 184 as your range. Number 4, the list shows the number of students in various college classes. So we're going to find the smallest, which is 19. And we're going to find the largest, which is 189. And we're going to find the difference. So it's 170. Okay. So now we're going to find the interquartile range. So the interquartile range is sometimes mentioned as the IQR, and we'll talk about the interquartile range when we do box plots. Is a measure of variability that splits the data up into 4 equal sizes of qualities. It is represented the middle 50% of the data, and it can be found by ordering the numbers from least to greatest, finding the median, and then finding the median of the lower, and then the upper quartile. So the data set below represents the different cost of cameras at an electronics store. Write the data from least to greatest. All right, so we're going to find the smallest number, which should be 28. So it'll be 28, then 36, then 44, and 59, then 66, 71, and then 108. Okay, so what's the minimum price? So the minimum price would be $28. The maximum price is $108. What's the median? So the median, we're going to cross it off. We're going to go cross, left, right, left, right, left, right. So that's my median. All right, and I'm going to back it up so that way I don't have my numbers crossed off. Whoops. So my median is 59. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line through 59. And now I have a lower quartile and upper quartile. So the numbers in my lower quartile are 28, 36, and 44. And the numbers in my upper quartile are 66, 71, and 108. So it says find the median of the first half of the data. So the first quartile. So sometimes, as I mentioned, it would be called the lower quartile. So we're going to find the median of the lower quartile by doing left, right. So the first one we cross off is a 28, and the next one's 44. Because that's the lower quartile. It's the lower of the median. So that means 36 is the median of the first quartile. And then we're going to do the same thing to the upper quartile, the third quartile. Cross it off, and then 71 would be the median. So the quartile range will be the median of the first quartile minus the median of the second quartile. So we're going to do 71 minus 36. And it'd be 35. So is the IQR a relatively small or large number? What does that tell you about the spread? So it's actually, that's pretty big, meaning that the spread has a variety of numbers, meaning that the camera prices are have a huge variety, meaning they're not all around the same price. So now we're going to learn about situations that yield variability. So there's different situations that can lead to the data that has variability and data that does not. So variability is the number of people at the mall on any given day, meaning that it varies. So if you go to the mall on any given day, there's going to be a random number of people. You cannot determine that just based on the day of the week. Without variability is the number of months in a year. So that means the number of months in a year do not vary, meaning that it will be the exact same time every year. Okay, that's without variability. So make each situation as a V or an NV for variability versus non-variability. So the number of minutes during first period class at Lamar Middle School, that is non-variability. It's the same thing as the number of minutes in first period at Thompson Middle School. It doesn't vary. It could on like prep rally schedule days, but these are normal days. The number of school holidays in 2018. Okay, that should not vary. The number of people at a grocery store at 9 a.m. on a Saturday. That varies. Okay, that can't be determined. The number of inches it rained over the past 3 weeks. That's variable. Okay. The number of students absent from school for the past week. That also varies. You see it this year with the pandemic. The number of points scored in last Saturday's football game. That varies as well. The number of students performing in the halftime shows. That varies. All right. Thank you, guys.